today Sir Fluffington and I, we're doing this thing. It's the Mirror Image Delay, a Fender. Now that you've seen and heard some things, let's take it out of the box, which of course the seeing and hearing is going to happen after I take it out of the box, you know, whatever. So Fender did pedals, and this thing, Mirror Image Delay, let me figure this out for you because I don't have that information ready to go, is right now, as of the filming of this video, €125 at Thomann, which is pretty much nothing if it's a good delay, and we'll find out. We already checked out the something Marine Layer Reverb, Marine Layer Player, no, Marine Layer Reverb, that's what it's called. And I was like, whoa. Let's see if we're like, whoa. So let's go to the guitar cam, because that's movable. We have some feet in here, which is nice, about 3mm high, nice high feet, for the foot fetishist. And then we have a nicely packaged pedal. And I'm going to put the instruction manual here, because I might need it. I have to say, I have not seen this. I literally just took it out of the box, and I am not getting paid for this. This pedal is not even for me to keep. Fender does not know I'm making this video. I got this here for Thomann videos that I'm filming. Just took it again out of the box, and therefore I can say whatever I want, because this is a free video for Fender. So, love the shininess, which is tough to film, we'll find out, but that anodized aluminum, I'm gonna call that, is really awesome. Awesome. And beautifully built, I have to say this, in and out on the sides, not on the same level, which means putting the pedals next to each other, well, who knows. LED on the knobs, which is really kind of a cool feature, especially for a pedal of this price range, can be turned on and off. Dry kill on and off, so if you have this in a parallel effects loop, you can actually kill the dry signal and mix in the pedal when it's in a parallel effects loop. I love the 9V, which is not on the PCB, but actually attached to this thing, and that is, you can't really see this in any of the cameras. Well, Guitar 2 maybe. Go to Guitar 2, Leslie. There, you see, that's great. Let's stay here. And you see, you know, Sir Fluffington. So that is really nice. It says 9V DC, and it doesn't say how much milliamps we need. Let's see if the manual tells us. Mr. Emmanuel Kant. Blah, 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 blah. Variation 2. Owner's manual. 9V 16 is a DC power connector. And of course, they don't tell us. So pedal board planning is not something Fender cares about. Center negative 9V. They don't, and they really don't tell us the milliamps. What is wrong with you people? Because when you plan a pedal board, that is all that you need to know. You really need to know the milliamps on a pedal like this. Fine. It's a digital pedal, so I'm gonna assume at least 100, possibly more, but who knows. That is nice. Absolutely ultra nice is this. Now that is just brilliant. changing your battery can literally be done in seconds. Click it in, done. There is, I think, an LED here. Let me see if I have a battery. I do have a 9-volt battery. So let's see how quick that is. Doesn't show you anything, but I think it does. It just flickered red. I think it might light up red when the battery is weak, because why else have an LED there? So changing your battery is, did you just see that? Ridiculously fast. That is probably the best battery compartment. I can't get enough of this. Best battery compartment I have seen ever in any pedal design. Big props to the Fender designers. That is beyond awesome. We have time, depth and rate for modulation, I guess. We have feedback for time. We have a level. 3 different, we have digital, analog, and tape. We have dotted eighth on off. So that's, we'll find out what that is. Probably not tappable, I wouldn't know how. And variation 1 and 2 for each of those 3 types. So, let's put it on the table. So here we are, and Leslie shows some way to show the something amp, the Friedman Smallbox 50. Oh, there's a pedal. Hello. Yeah, the amp. Thank you. Whoa, this is dark. What happened there? So here we are. We have, well, this guitar, which is a Macmull S Classic. Do we have to say it's an S-type? No, we're not. This is as good as an S-type will get. It's a freaking Strat into a Plexi by this company over there. Friedman. So yeah, it's a Macmull S Classic into a Friedman Smallbox 50, which technically is a Strat into a Plexi. And pretty damn nice ones, if I might say so. In the effects loop of said Friedman Smallbox 50, we have the Mirror Image Delay by Fender. In front of it, just in case I want to drive it a bit, I have a JHS double barrel something. It's a Tube Screamer variation. But, oh, and the whole thing is going into the aux right here. 412 cab with creambacks, mic'd with a ribbon and an SM57. Which clean sounds like so. Oh, and you're hearing... There's a Joyo Gate of Khan on the table to help me with some legating. That is le nice, if I might le say so. God, I have to stop that. Oh, I just pushed on the thing, which we have to show the thing. We're so unprofessional here. Hey, Mr. Fluffington. That's le subtle. Go and say that variation 1 is a very short delay. Which, why not? Oh, that is a horrible chord. So pretty much anything like halfway, the first half of that knob won't do anything. It's ultra short. That is not what she ever said. Stop it, people! Now we're starting. And all of a sudden we got... What's with that knob? There's like super slapback. It's not even slapback. And all of a sudden we got too much. That's a weird kind of a knob. What's going on? What's going on here? A straightforward digital delay with triangle wave modulation and no filtering. The triangle wave produces small blah blue 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 delay time range 20 milliseconds to about 0.9 seconds. Yeah, but that knob is just not responsive. Because weird. But that sounds already filtered. That's all the feedback I have. So there's no continuous feedback. Sounds filtered to me. I'm sorry. It's not a clean digital delay. What if I have this? Delay at all. It's just not a great digital delay. What I expect from a great digital delay is, I can't say digital delay, is super exact repetitions of what I'm doing and have feedback that could stay there forever, because I'm full on the feedback and there's nowhere to go. There's like no 11, no push over the cliff. So would I want to take that back a lot? That's pretty much where I would... This setting should be kind of here. Weird decisions Fender made there. Let's see how the modulation does. You really have to crank shit up here. I'm testing modulation, I'm not wiggling. Overall, pretty cool, but the controls are... They'd all have to be, the time, the feedback, all have to be adjusted a bit if you ask me. What does this dotted thing do? Ah, it does dot it for you. Yes, that is pretty neat. So that works beautifully. Where are we on setting 2? That is, by the way, instant U2, if you ask me. That off. 2. This is a doubler algorithm, an automatic double tracking effect. It uses random timing and pitch variation. Use the dotted eighth switch to get one extra track. So it's even shorter. It works. Ah! That's what I want to do. I've never played that, so I'm practicing while I'm recording this video. Something like that. So how does it work for something with drive? Okay, fine, it's a double tracking thing. Let's assume it is. Moving on to analog. We're gonna test the shit out of that. What's with the time? It's very... nothing here under the noon mark is in any way something that's an actual delay. So you really have no fine-tuning here when it comes to time. And again, super subtle unless you really crank up the level. That's with the kill dry. Nothing's building up here, nothing's coming up. That's not what she ever said. Dies down way too early for feedback all the way up. That pitch modulation is too much. I'm sorry. It's just... Sounds like a duller version of a digital delay to me. Okay. Now this is an even more drastic version of the analog delay with even more degradation. No! Now the low end goes away. That's not what happens with an analog delay as far as I know. I could be wrong, but that's what happens with a tape delay. It sounds nothing at all like an analog delay. And again, feedback, very subtle, time. It gets really thin, really fast. But that's what a tape delay sounds. Oh, I am, wait. Because I am on tape delay. Why doesn't anyone say something? Wait. Okay, that's why. Because I was on tape delay. Why didn't you say something? Still, it loses too much in the low end for a bad analog delay, I think, which is what it's supposed to be. So let's not judge it on what it's supposed to be, let's judge it on what it is. It's a lo-fi delay. No, I wouldn't call it analog, I would call it lo-fi. Where it sounds like it's filtered through a bandpass filter, which is really what's going on. So, pretty cool lo-fi delay. I think whoever wrote this should rethink this. Don't redesign this, redesign this and call it, hey, variation 2 on analog is, by the way, a lo-fi delay. But this is nice. Let's Tooby Screamy it. just very subtle. Last one, tape. We've already been there. You've already heard it. What do you want from me? Ultra thin in the low end. And again, I'm halfway up on feedback and level, and where's my freaking delay? If you're asking yourself, wait a second, maybe you have a parallel effects loop and you don't have that up high enough? No, I don't. That is a serial effects loop, and it's a Friedman, so it's good. It is. Very wobbly already at very little depth. At least here we have a slapback. So really nothing here, and here we have a slapback. Fender. I think the reverb was pretty damn awesome, except for no spring. God, I want to love this so much, because it's pretty, it's so high-end, and it's got the LEDs which you can turn off, you know, and it's got that amazing flappity flap for the battery. It's got so much going for it, but it is subtle. I mean, on almost everything, to have something a little bit more of substance, level all the way up, feedback all the way up. In this setting, thank you, Leslie, you have a subtle delay, which begs the question, what is this setting for? What is this setting for? Here, you have almost no delay at all. What are these settings for? So it feels as if the range of the knobs is like, why? It feels, you can never get build-up feedback. You can never, I mean, tape, analog, how much fun to have a delay that just goes and goes and goes and goes and you go, you know, you can't do that. I think the dotted eighth knob is great. This is awesome. But dialing in exact delay time to match your song is all, I'm sorry, but that's going to be almost impossible because nothing, a little bit, too much. This, like half, it's not even half, this isn't even 180 degree, isn't enough to have fine tuning for any kind of delay time. It's not an ambient box at all. You can't build up things. So if you want to do ambient stuff, no, I'm sorry, the mirror image delay is not for you. If you want to do subtle stuff, yes. Sure, why not? I want to say what I think. €125 is what it is right now as I'm filming this. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. As we're filming this, you know, Mr. Fluffington. So it's really not bad. It's got stuff speaking for itself, like the dry kill, the LEDs, the great battery compartment, the price, the look. Yes. The sounds are there. Is it an amazing analog delay? No. Is it a killer tape? No. Is it a digital delay that just, you know, screams, here I'm repeating myself forever and I sound exactly like the original? No. Is anything repeating forever? No. Is it great for ambient stuff? No. Generally, you can get some great sounds out of it. The quality is great and it says Fender on it. And for some people, Frederick, you know I'm talking to you. That's all that matters. So, frankly, let's look for another... What? Here we go. Okay. 125 is this. TC Flashback 2 is 185. Yes, that is €60 difference. It's not the same price range, but it's a similar price range when it comes to pedals. It has all those modes and more. It's got the dotted eighth mode. It's got audio tapping, and the modes that they share are, I'm sorry, better on the TC. And it has a ton more modes than that. So, realistically, I'd get a Flashback 2. On the other hand, this is shiny. It's nice, and I think it's a good attempt, but this shouldn't have left the designer's table with where the knobs are. It's not very practical to set it up. I'm sorry. That's what I think. Thanks for you guys who support my Patreon. Please, more of you do that because I need it. Because Fender's not gonna pay me for this. T-shirts below, by the way. This, by the way, is from Mr. Gugu. I'm not getting paid for that either, but hey, get it. My t-shirts and mugs below a Teespring link. Animals at the end. Thank you so much, Leslie, for switching for me. Yes, we go and walk the dogs now. I promised you. Can I wear the sweater? She says, wear a jacket over it. Okay, deal, baby. More reviews coming. Next is the Santa Ana overdrive from Fender. I'm curious because that is higher in price. It's an overdrive. Why is it higher? We'll figure it out. Thanks for watching. Animals at the end. Bye-bye.